What's up everybody, Jarrett here, and today just wanted to do a quick little update video. I'm sure most of you have heard by now, PSA increased their prices today. It is March 1st, probably a little later by the time you're seeing this video, but the hammer finally dropped. Everybody had been talking about PSA increasing their prices for a while now, and it finally happened. Prices doubled across the board. So bulk submissions used to be $10, they're now $20. Economy used to be $25, now it's $50. Standard, I believe it's called, used to be $50, now it's $100. So definitely some pretty big news. I'm going to talk about how it's going to impact the Pokemon market, how it's going to impact my business personally, and what I think some alternatives are, and what I think the right move is to do going forward. So jumping right into it. Basically, when I first heard the news today, it was looking like the only grading service was going to be $100 because the economy $50 service is not available until PSA catches up on their backlog. I did a little further digging. The bulk submissions, they used to be $10, now will be $20, which is what I use, going through a Graded Gem with Z&G Emporium, another YouTuber. Those will only be $20. I'm sure that they will charge the same price that PSA does, right at the $20. So the cost of grading went up. It doubled. It's $20 instead of $10. Not as bad as what I originally thought when it was only going to be $100. That is only for standard, which is if the card is so expensive, I'll just send everything in bulk anyways. That's kind of weird about how they want you to estimate what the card's going to be valued at. It's for shipping. Going through a third party like James with Z&G Emporium makes everything a lot easier. I would definitely recommend it. But yeah, so where that kind of leaves me. As far as my Pokemon collecting / investing world, I kind of look at it two ways. On one end, I have more of my long-term portfolio that you'd look at as sort of like a stock portfolio or a 401k, and that's my sealed stuff. I definitely want to get into more vintage sealed stuff. Right now, I'm just picking up modern sealed stuff, but that's like a long-term hold, sit and wait, 5-10 years type of deal. And then the other half, which I look at more as like a business, not so much as a portfolio, is my buying collections, selling out all of separating the wheat from the chaff, as they say. I send out all the cards over $100, which I talked about or will be talking about in a different video, how I pick which cards I send to PSA. But separate out the good cards, send them off to get graded, put the money in, put the time in, takes a year to get stuff graded, get those cards back, flip them, sell out all the garbage to try and cover some of my costs in the meantime. And that is more of like a flipping business. I do have a bunch of the cards I was getting ready to send here. It's really hard with the light that I have to show them off. But I had 50 cards ready, almost 50 cards. It's a nice little Japanese muck. I figured I'd show a couple of these off during the video. But anyways, lost my train of thought here. I had 50 cards ready to send off. I've already sent off 50. Now, instead of costing me $500 to send off the 50 cards, it is going to be $1,000. Just means I'm gonna have to put in a lot more money up front. Hopefully this gets the grading times down. Less people are going to be sending in random cards. But I did want to mention, I do think this affects the Pokemon card market and other trading card games a lot more than sports. In sports, it's really easy to have a prime rookie card selling for hundreds of dollars. In Pokemon, it's pretty tough for a card to get over $150. So you're going to lose quite a bit of margin there on the $20 that it's going to cost now. From PSA's point of view, though, with a million card backlog and you're looking at a year or more to get back your bulk submission, I think it was the right move. Clearly the demand's there. The demand's still going to be there, even if a card costs $20 to grade or $50 to grade if you want it quicker, or $100 to grade if you want it quicker than that. I think it was the right move. I don't think you can be upset with them. It is what it is. You just got to adapt to that. So going forward, I will just be factoring that upgraded cost or increased cost into my metrics when I am looking at buying collections. You just got to factor in that. Now, instead of that $500 to send off the cards, it is going to be $1,000. Like I said before, say it again, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Just got to keep moving forward. But I just want to do a short video today because that is the biggest news in the trading card market. I guess another thing that I will mention here quickly is looking at other grading companies like CGC. I plan on having a full video coming out on why I went to PSA versus CGC. I actually originally started out with CGC. It was the kind of the new player on the new kid on the block, I guess, when it comes to grading. It seems a little bit cheaper, a lot faster. I actually like the slabs better, I'll be completely honest. I sent two of my biggest cards I've ever had, the two biggest cards. I had a first edition, excuse me, Neo Genesis Lugia that I sent off to get graded. And I also had a base set Charizard that I've shown before, came back in 8. The Lugia came back in 8.5. But there's a couple reasons that I don't think switching to CGC is going to be worth it. Mainly, their grading is incredibly hard. I think they grade cards very harshly. That Lugia was a really clean card. It came back in 8.5. Definitely think I could have crossed it to a PSA 9. I didn't. I regret it. But I just don't think what you make back in time, you have to pay for the subgrades. It's an extra $5. I don't know why you would send it to CGC and not get the subgrades. I just don't think the slabs look as good if they don't have the subgrades on there. PSA, you're not paying that extra $5 to get the subgrades because none of them come with it, and I think it just works a little better. And I think that you could send 100 modern cards, pack fresh, mint, to CGC, and maybe only 50 of them come back as 10s, maybe less than 50%. I think if you sent those same cards to PSA, you got a lot better chance of the majority of the cards coming back as 10s. Also on the secondary market, PSAs sell for a lot more. CGC, you take a 30% hit, or sometimes worse than 30%. So basically, what you're gaining in time, you're losing in the harsher grades and the less that the value markets the slabs. That's why I'm sticking with PSA. That's why I did my big submission through PSA. That's why I will continue to do it through PSA until they increase their prices again and double them again. I just think it's worth it. I will talk more about that in an upcoming video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks.